Hello, I'm Prathyush and today I want to talk to you about Selfiee, directed by Raj Mehta, starring Akshay Kumar and Emraan Hashmi. First, a rhetorical question. Why do studios decide to adapt a story and retell it? If you are a production juggernaut like Dharma Productions, it is perhaps because they seem to have perfected the art of completely misinterpreting the source material by taking the essence of the original, discarding it as though it were a decoration, and glamorizing the rotting remains, pumping it to life with blitz of glitter and humor. First, they scrubbed side art clean of any reference to caste and made Dharak, adapting a story whose sole purpose was to express the viciousness of caste. And now, Selfiee. These adaptations are not bad films. They have a sense of narrative rhythm, of musicality, of muscularity even, of heavyweight drama doused in a background score that refuses to let your eyelids get heavy. They just miss the very point of the story they're telling. Perhaps then I should begin with Driving License, the Malayalam film on which Selfiee is based, a strange and wonderful two-hero, vengeful story where a fan and a film star butt heads. A misunderstanding leads to Kuruvilla, a fan and a regional transport office inspector played by Suraj Vanjaramudu, turning on his idol, superstar Harindran played by Prithviraj Sukumaran. Kuruvilla refuses to give Harindran a driving license, who needs it for a film he's shooting. Driving License is a film that refused to make the distinction between protagonist and antagonist. Both were both. There was no right and wrong here. Both were both. There is just one masculine ego tussling against another. The art of that film's writing was that over the course of a scene, you would slither your sympathy between sides from fan to star to fan as though it were a most natural thing to do. The central threat was self-respect as it solidifies and congeals and becomes ego. That was a lovely shred of thought the film spun itself around. When does your demand for self-respect become a performance of your ego? Selfiee, starring Akshay Kumar as the star and Emraan Hashmi as the fan, completely undoes this logic. In Driving License, there's something notorious and arrogant about Prithviraj's character that the film gave voice to in bursts of drama. In one of the most seething yet stylish moments, he even shows the fan the middle finger. His anger is loud and brash, he scowls, bursts, he's cool. His coolness is derived from his edge. His edge keeps nudging the story forward, provoking the fan. But in Selfiee, as though contractually obligated, Akshay Kumar's character, Vijay Kumar, is never allowed arrogance, never allowed to have an edge, forget asserting it. He is never allowed to even raise an eyebrow in irony. He is a sincere do-gooder, a dull caricature of what Dharma Productions wants us to think Hindi cinema stars are. He's the antidote to #boycott Bollywood because he's such a flaccid nothing burger, no one would even afford him the attention needed to boycott him. The film even begins with a disclaimer that Akshay Kumar reads about how much he loves his fans and how much he owes his success to them, just so we never misunderstand his posture in the film. This is the problem. Selfiee thinks its audience is dumb, that it cannot distinguish a representation from a reality. And yet it has the audacity to adapt a smart movie for this dumb audience. Vijay Kumar is, for all intents and purposes, the protagonist of the film. In this lazy rewriting, Emraan Hashmi is given the role of the antagonist, the RTO sub-inspector Om Prakash Agarwal. His is the ego that bubbles to the surface so insistently with his smirks and his sudden burst of that rounded Bhopali accent. Yes, Selfiee is set in Bhopal. Why Bhopal? While Malayalam films have a certain casual joy in setting their films in a local, broken-in world, Selfie's Bhopal is an aesthetic reprieve at best. One that allows for some top shots of the city as his sports car revs through it, one that allows the main antagonist an accent that has neither polish nor comfort. There's no joy in this Bhopal. The food, the clothing, the theatres, the way the houses are built and decked. It's glaringly transparent that Selfiee is a dishonest film. It sprung from an idea that wanted to normalize both the hero and the fan as people whose love for each other is not unconditional. But Selfiee seems to have lost itself trying to get Akshay Kumar on board as the star, dimming its sharpness. It also brings in Rajiv Ravi, the cinematographer who gave us No Smoking, Dave D and Bombay Velvet, whose frames have leaked sepia and colour with such a reckless artistry, who's made smoke look like puffy clouds shot out of rounded mouths, and dims the beauty of his work. Rajiv Ravi's frames in this film have the most grating lighting. A dining table, for example, so dimly lit in order for the fluorescent blue fish tank to pop. The bright flat interiors, the bright flat lighting on the face, where an afternoon cannot be distinguished from a morning, from an evening. The tension of the last hour of the film involves a flight that needs to be caught, and yet there seems to be no change in the light as we rev to that moment, as though Bhopal's daylight is stuck in stasis. They hired Rajiv Ravi to do the exact opposite of what his filmography has boasted. Do they not understand essence? Or is their whole intention one of co-opting talent till it looks and feels indistinguishable? What director Raj Mehta and writer Rishabh Sharma do instead is spruce up the proceedings with routine, punctual gags. And this is something Mehta has a strong, admirable grasp over. The humor, which includes a decked-up actress farting in the arms of her lover during a shoot, and even Akshay Kumar making jokes about his gummy smile, has this unstable quality, completely liquefying any tension, completely steamrolling over any emotional flux. Take, for example, the fraught moment where Om Prakash's wife, played by Nusrat Bharucha, calling him after seeing him being beaten up on television. She asks if he's okay because she saw how people hounded him. She uses the phrase, "Pel diya." This phrase, "Pel diya," is one embedded in humor. I burst out laughing in the theatre, even as the scene, an emotional scene of reconciliation, continued to play. By the time we descend from the pinnacle of lightness, the heavy scene has slipped away from us. It's a tender dance, humor and heavyweight feelings. What it needs most to achieve this balance is maturity. And where to find one in a film that willfully looks at a text and junks its meaning? Let me know what you thought about the film Selfiee and the review of Selfiee in the comments. If you liked this video, do subscribe to Reviews and More, and keep coming back.